Hi YouTube, in this video I'm going to provide some audio commentary over a Warbrokers Classic match that I had in Pacific. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy what you see. Let's get started. So the first thing that I always do whenever I go into any match is I like to get into a vehicle, preferably a plane or a helicopter, and get a lay of the land, see what other people are doing at the very beginning of the match. This usually helps me find more experienced players so that I can kill them easier. And in this case, as the clip is rolling, I find Bob. Now, this maneuver is actually something I learned from Max Bros. What it does is, if you stay close to the ground and you go around the map, it's very difficult for people with homing missiles to shoot you down. At this point, I know that the helicopter is destroyed, so it must be a player that is firing those missiles at me. I'm circling around the map to look for this player. I can see where the missile originated, and from that, determine where the player is. On strafing runs, you don't want to be predictable, and you also don't want to take a risk of being hit by an RPG. Whenever you're flying a plane, you need to have patience, and if this means flying around the map to think about how to take an enemy down, do it. Remembering the leaderboard, I determined that this new pilot is not that much of a threat. I don't have to engage him when I have no flares. As soon as my flares replenish, I try to kill him as fast as possible because on the ground, someone is firing at me. I take another lap to think. Once again, I determine that the heli isn't much of a threat, so I don't need to kill it as soon as possible. There's not much going on, so I release the rest of my flares to replenish them back to 3. This is an interesting scenario. A mid-level threat, Citrix, has taken to the skies, and I have no flares. I circle around the map attempting to replenish my flares, but with 6 seconds left, he starts to engage me. I know that my plane can take 1 salvo, so I let the missiles hit me. Based on my previous encounters with this player, I know that he knows I'm highly skilled. This first salvo that damaged me probably strengthened his confidence. As soon as my flares replenish, I use that confidence and aggression against him. I charge directly at him, breaking his focus. Now it's him on the run. He ejects and parachutes out. I see this and switch to the guns. Shooting down a player that is parachuting is often not considered. With a little patience, I eliminate the threat. When you're taking down a helicopter, you need to stay close. It's time to replenish flares now. This time, Citrix engages me when I have 34 seconds until I can use my flares. The only 2 options I have to stay alive are to either parachute out or be hyper-aggressive and use my skill to avoid missile lock and take him down. I choose the latter. I switch direction to change things up and get a new perspective. For beginners, I would advise you to limit changing directions as you circle the map to instances when you are within the airspace of your own territory. With this dogfight, I have all 3 of my flares. I take the enemy down to low HP, and he parachutes out. I search for Citrix quickly, but pull out because I don't want to be shot down by an RPG. Now I trace the perimeter of the map, waiting for Citrix to show his face. I see him advancing toward the aircraft and attempt to take him out with the guns. Part of being a good pilot is knowing when to eject. In the heat of battle, ejecting may seem like giving up, but in reality, it's a strategic retreat, a chance to regroup and return stronger. Ejecting is about living the fight another day. When you eject, make sure to do so at a low altitude and within your home turf. So remember, mastering the skies isn't just about reflexes and sensitivity. It's about patience, strategy, and knowing when to fight and when to fold. By incorporating these tactics and practicing, you'll transform and dominate the skies. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe for more Woodworkers tips. I'll see you in the next one.